Alright, so today's mission, we're going to shoot that behind us. What is it, Ryan? Tell them.
It's a pretty damn big helicopter.
Stand next to this, you feel like real tiny. Let's take a brief look at the history of the Erickson Aircrane, also known as the Sikorsky S-64 Skycrane. Developed as a heavy lift helicopter in the early 1960s, Sikorsky built a Skycrane at their factory in Connecticut. The Army purchased 131, primarily used as a recovery ship for the Vietnam War. The helicopter was useful in retrieving downed aircraft and moving ground vehicles. Having lifting capacity over 20,000 pounds did the trick. The aircraft is powered by two Pratt & Whitney T-73 or JFTD-12A turbine engines that deliver over 4,500 horsepower each. It takes a lot of torque to spin a rotor disc that's 75 feet wide. In 1992, Oregon-based Erickson purchased the patent and manufacturing rights to the Skycrane from Sikorsky. Erickson calls the aircraft the Erickson Aircrane. Since the purchase, numerous improvements have been made to the original Sikorsky model to increase performance, update avionics, and for better utility. Erickson designed and produced these firefighting tanks you see on the model we're photographing right here in the video. Erickson is contracted with San Diego utility San Diego Gas and Electric to provide aircrane firefighting support throughout Southern California. And when I go out and do these shoots here at the airports, these Costco little wagons come in real handy. Wheel all your stuff around. I got my camera bag in here. I got my stick lights, my colored lights. Also got two tripods and this really super long, super high tripod that I use. It's a contractor's tripod that they use for like a transit or a surveyor. And I can go up over 10 feet with that and get a nice high angle. And let's take a look inside the camera bag. Tools of the trade today are going to be the FujiFilm GFX50R with a Pentax 35mm f3.5 that's adapted with the Kip-on adapter. That gives us a little bit of shift action so we can shift the shot without having to tilt up. Also got my tilt shift lenses, got the Canon 50, the Canon 24, both in tilt shift, Canon 17 in tilt shift, and the Canon 90. The second camera that we're going to use for our second angle is the FujiFilm X-T4. I got mounted to that right now the 16 f1.4. I also have in here the 14 2.8, the 23 1.4, and also have the 35 1.4 in here. So I'm thinking we're probably going to stay with the 24. We'll see. So that's why I mounted it to the camera. But I have different options here if I need it, if I want to change it up a little bit. In here I got my breakthrough photography step up, step down rings for 82 millimeters, and I also have another set for 67 for the APS-C for the FujiFilm X-T4. And that's for using circular polarizers, kind of reduce reflections when we're doing the light painting. All right, so Ryan, show us your camera bag. What do you got?
All right, well, I've got my my low pro backpack. This is the Pro Tactic. So
I like low pro bags.
Oh man, I love these things. All right, so I've got my 24-70 f2.8. L, yeah. I've got my Nifty 50. This is the USM mid-grade one, the 1.4. I've got my 17-40 f4L. This is cheap, but it still works really well. I've got my 70-200 f4, super sharp, no problems with it, also pretty cheap. And then this one is my 14 millimeter f 2.8. This is kind of an astro lens. And then on the camera itself, I've got an 85 1.8. And this is kind of the mid-grade USM lens. And it's attached to the Canon EOS R. The autofocus in this thing is fantastic. I recommend it to anybody that wants to buy it. And the new R lineup is coming out soon. I recommend that wholeheartedly. Just seeing how that one works, it's fantastic. Inside my my little doodad pouch, so I've got my remotes.
We all use the same remotes. You and I use the same one, so we're all on the same channel. So all the cameras get triggered at the same time.
Yeah, this is the Yongnuo RF603C. This is usually about $30 on Amazon. You can connect any kind of camera you want with the little tether here. These things split apart. One goes in your camera, one goes on your pocket, and you can activate almost any camera that's within range. So this is highly valuable. I've got other shutter releases in here, and then on the back I've got the Magic, a 300 LED video light, and I've got my little rechargeable Sony NPF, I think it's a 930 battery? 970 battery.
Yeah, it's a classic. That battery's been around a long time.
Oh yeah, battery. And this thing works great. And then
it's a classic video battery.
In addition, I attach it to a speed ring for a speed light. So this will go right in here and it'll connect. And then I put the light on top of it, and that's how I light paint.
Next, it was time to set up, wait for the sun to go down, and then get to work.
That sucker's electric. 1.21 gigawatts.
There you go. Stand over here.
So we're gonna selfie.
So when I go out and do these shoots at the airport, I use one of these disposable or